All right, welcome back to BeamNG.drive. This is the Civetta Scintilla. I don't know if that's how people are saying it. I kind of missed the boat on when this dropped on doing a video. So here I am doing a video, but really of a mod of this car because, well, it's been out for a little while. But this is it, Civetta Scintilla, and it's got a V10 engine. It's excellent. It's extremely exciting. It's probably, I mean, it was easily the coolest stock vehicle that we've gotten in BeamNG.drive ever. I don't know. It's great. It's really good. It's really fun. This is currently an all-wheel drive version of it, a higher revving kind of all-wheel drive version of it. It's pretty good. It's still on like street tires, so I can only do so much as far as cornering. We're here on Hirochi Raceway to check out and look at a few different versions of the Scintilla, this being just one of them, but this is pretty like mid-level, and it's pretty good until you get to corners and it gets pretty understeery. You can definitely drive it around this course, and it is fun, but you just can't take too much speed. You gotta really slow down because you understeer really easily. Part of that is that, well, the car just accelerates so fast. So it feels like you're not going as fast as you are. But yeah, it's very understeery. So we're gonna look at a couple versions. Well, we're gonna look at, I guess we're really going to look at one version of the car natively that's better, and then compare it to a special modded version that is much better, in my opinion. But first, before we do that, there's also some other versions. You've probably seen these. So I was driving the GTX dual clutch version. There's a few that are crazy, like the custom one has a twin turbocharged V10, and it's quite scary. And this is that. This is rear-wheel drive, twin turbocharged, V10. I like to turn traction control off because I do not value my life. There are many traction control and launch control options in some of these configurations, which is pretty cool. This one is, yeah, pretty scary. Oh, it is very scary. It's a stage 1 twin turbocharger. Like I said, rear-wheel drive. And I think it's still on like street tires or something, or maybe like, I don't know what the tires are, but it's still very understeery because now it's really good at accelerating. So it's very understeery. Like, that does not feel like I'm entering that corner very fast. And I know it is still, 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour here. Just barely kind of holding that line. And here around this big corner, it's like 50, 55-ish. When we get on the straight, though, I mean, it gets pretty quick, although actually, yeah, it's not bad. This is a little heavier configuration, I think, still, but yeah, it's not a particularly amazing handling car, despite being like a pretty cool, exotic hypercar, really. It's not necessarily that amazing handling-wise in some of these configurations. Very fast in straight line, a little scary in the corners, so that's that version. Fun, cool, scary, cool, great. There's also some other ones. We're gonna look actually at the race version. This is another stock version that is very good. It only has two modes, between two ESC modes. We've got off, and then we've got race. And I'm driving them all off because it's the only way to really compare them, I think. This one's significantly better. We've got like racing slick tires, which makes a huge difference. And it's got kind of a race V10. It's naturally aspirated, so no turbocharger here. And it definitely drives significantly better around a racetrack. And also, that race V10, even though it's naturally aspirated, really feels pretty fierce. So this one's a lot of fun. It's at home here on Hirochi Raceway for sure. It does quite well, and really does a lot to answer the understeer issue. And I think so much of that comes to the tires. I'm not sure how much of the suspension is playing into that. It still gets a little scary around corners like that, especially when you're applying a little bit of power. And there's still some spots where you have to be pretty aggressive at braking early. Oh, and it gets a little bit scary and shaky. And some of this is definitely driver ability, but it's fun. This is just a really fun version. There's enough challenge, I think, that makes it really interesting. Still a little understeer. Not bad. But still, even like around this corner, we can't take this with that much speed. Again, like kind of mid-50s-ish, maybe 60 miles an hour. So we can't hold a ton of corner speed even still. And up here we really have to brake pretty aggressively and kind of downshift about 90 miles an hour through that corner, and at the best 90 if we get like the perfect line. So not bad. So I want to compare this with a modded version that improves handling a bit. So we're going to check this one out. This is the GT3 version of the Scintilla, and it's all about downforce. So we'll see that it hugs the road pretty well. Now, I would say the way that this engine is configured is not as fast as the race version. We'll answer that here in a bit. But so we'll go ahead. They've really, a lot of these versions really bog off of the start line. But you can see it's not as fast. It does not have the outright acceleration of that race version. But what you'll notice, because of the downforce, is the braking and the corner speed. The speed that we can hold through corners is significant, and just the overall stability is pretty impressive, unless you overcook it there. That was completely driver error, trying a little too hard. I'm just gonna reset quick, make sure. I think I nicked some of the arrow, so yeah, so not outright as fast acceleration-wise, but it can really hold speed through a corner, and it just has this real rock-solid stability. And there's a little more forgiveness, right? The other version, it just takes a little bit of a miscalculation and you're gonna spin. In this one, it's really got this steadfastness, and we can hold more speed through these corners. So we're able to do 70 plus through that one, where we were only doing maybe 60 before, and then we can hold quite a bit more speed through this corner. You can just see the grip with the tires and with all the aero and all the downforce there. It really helps around a track. Now, it'd be fun to be able to race these side by side, like time traveling. I guess I could probably, I'm sure I could find a way. Maybe I would do worse, though. Honestly, without the straight line acceleration, I actually don't know if it would be, I'm not sure how that race would go. I just think this is kind of a fun version, though. And what's great is if we want a little more power, well, that's not too hard to find. We have ways to add power. So we got our 5-liter V10 here, and maybe we just want to throw a stage 1 turbocharger onto that. Twin turbocharger, that is. That's the same turbocharger setup that's on the custom version. And so now we'll have a little more power. Now the low end here off the line is still kind of a nightmare. But it's pretty good. Now I gotta completely change the way I'm driving. I gotta not get into the throttle too much around corners, but then I can really get into it in the straights. And we've got pretty similar straight line speed from what I can tell, but significantly better braking. And the braking is huge. How much better, how much later I can brake compared to even the race version. You can be really aggressive with your braking. My feeling is that this version would beat the race version pretty considerably. Now with the actual speed and that really, really good braking and corner grip, so much speed we can carry through this, 100 miles an hour. We're overshooting a little there. Too much. I carry a little too much speed, but yeah, it's pretty fun. So the GT3, a fun modded version of the Scintilla. And overall, I mean, the car is just too fun. There's gonna be lots of mods coming for it. I'm sure they're gonna be really, really neat. And even just the stock configurations are really cool. We've got all-wheel drive versions. We've got rear-wheel drive. We've got some that are naturally aspirated, some that are turbocharged. There's a really interesting drag version. There's an amazing, absolutely amazing off-road version. There is an off-road course here. I just kind of want to drive it because I've only driven it a couple of times. Oh, there you go. This'll work. Okay. But the off-road version is perhaps my favorite. I'm sure, you know, if you guys have seen this until at all, you've already seen this. But the off-road version is awesome. Instead of using the 5-liter V10, it actually has a V8. This big V8. I can't remember what the displacement is, but it's like a tractor engine. And it is too much fun. It is all-wheel drive. Yeah, it's all-wheel drive. Yeah, cool. It is too much fun. It doesn't have a lot of ground clearance though, so it's not like, it's funny because it's off-road, but it's definitely not a crawler. I mean, it is still an extremely low off-road vehicle. Oh, this is actually a really fun course for it, though. I gotta say, it's a little bit aggressive, honestly. Yeah. Oh, this is not its strength. Like, we're gonna be able to tumble our way down this, probably, but I don't think we'd be able to get up it very easily. Maybe at all. We just don't have the ground clearance. There it is. You're hung up. You just don't have the ground clearance. Yeah, we don't have anything. We got nothing. But it is a ton of fun. Now, if we can get configured a different version that maybe has some more lifted suspension, then I think we've really got an interesting, capable off-road version. This is a really fun, like, I'd say, like, this is a really fun, like, Baja vehicle. Like, if you take it on, like, a, yeah, oh, baby, there's just no ground clearance. Those rocks, even with the just huge, aggressive skid plate in the front, the rocks tear you up pretty good. Now I'm stuck in the trees. Probably. Yeah, we're stuck in the trees. Yeah, this is not. No way. Oh, no way. Let's, you know what? Let's just see. Hey, look at that. There's just no ground clearance. Compared to the last BeamNG video I did with the amazing off-road vehicle I did for that, I mean, this is a far cry from that. What vehicle was that? I don't remember. I might have got disabled in the update. Nope, there it is, the Ibex Crawler. It's this. I mean, they're not even comparable at all, so why compare them? Except we're going to. Oh, that's not it. Nope. That's not right. Listen, look at this thing. This thing also in different configurations, but I showed in that other video. Wow, actually, you know what? This is kind of making it look stupid. But some of the configurations, not this one, actually have rear wheel steer, which can actually get you out of some pretty touchy, sticky situations. This one doesn't have it, but this is just an overall, just a really capable off-road vehicle. Again, it is not comparable at all to the Scintilla. I think it's just amazing we have like a dirt kind of off-road Scintilla. So it doesn't have a crawler. Maybe we'll get a crawler mod. Who knows? We'll see. So yeah, there you go. That is the Scintilla, and specifically this is the GT3 mod. It's fun. It's great. The Scintilla is amazing. This mod is a lot of fun. Excited to see what other mods we get for this vehicle. It's opening up a ton of new possibilities in BeamNG.drive, so pretty exciting, good stuff, and there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and want to see more videos of BeamNG.drive or any other games you've been playing, be sure to subscribe, and either way, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.